Hi friends, so I'm just here in the woods and felt like I wanted to press record, and what was coming through was this idea of time just feels like it's collapsing in on itself at the moment. We're going to do some healing around this as well. Time feels like it is just layer upon layer, kind of almost like a building collapsing. This is the image I'm getting, floor upon floor, and it's like we are collapsing time in this collective in a way that has not been done before, in the way that we have not done it before. Timelines are just shifting, just going. And you might be finding at the moment the time is moving really strangely. Things seem much faster than they should, or much slower than usual. Maybe your healing journey has really quickened up, which is where I'm feeling like I just feel like I'm getting sort of shift after shift in a way that I've not experienced before. And it's because we are needing to up the light that we're carrying, up the energy that we're carrying. And obviously, we've got to do this for ourselves, but there is something around, as a collective, we are stepping into a world where we are doing this not just for ourselves, but for the collective and for each other. And I was reading something today that was talking about, it's so good when we come together with similar souls and we can be sort of consciously awake together. But when we aren't with similar souls, and so many of us have lived lives where we felt kind of on our own or different, lonely, each the word I think I resonate with most. It's this feeling of having to almost telepathically just know that each other is there, that we aren't alone. And that is a big part of why I want to make these videos and to talk about, my journey and the collective, because I feel like as a collective of however many souls there are going through this right now, and whatever degree you're going at, whether you're kind of just sort of touching the edge of this or you're sort of fully in it, you're not alone. And we are, I think, telepathically coming together more and more through videos like this, through the different readers that you find online who are all talking about really similar things at the moment, but also just in your heart, in your soul, connecting in. I can just feel that I'm not alone in this, that there are so many people like me going through this. And I think that is why I'm drawn to make these videos. And when I come onto them, I very rarely know what I'm actually going to say, what's going to come out. And I think that's for the best, really, because I just want to share whatever is needed, whatever spirit is wanting to bring into life, bring into form, down from the 5D to whoever's ears need to hear it. And I just trust that it goes to whoever needs to hear it. Just seeing if there's anything else that's wanting to be said right now. The steps are being taken. Every time I've looked at the clock, they're not angel numbers. It's things like, what would it be? 1, 2, 4 instead of 1, 2, 3, for example. So it's like that 1, 2, that third step's been taken and we're on to the next. We are on to the next point of this journey. If you are on this journey with me, if you're resonating with this whole idea of those ones of us in this collective who have spent a lifetime feeling kind of different, or having to wear masks and having to sort of cover up who we truly are, or just feeling different in some way and alone in some way, that we are awakening more and more, and that those steps are being taken, and that even if we're not seeing that much change in our day-to-day life yet, you're seeing the less tangible, like the signs of time just being weird, or synchronicities happening a lot. Struggling over your words. I'm finding I'm able to manifest more and more easily really random things, usually things that kind of are neither here nor there, but are really funny. Like, I was walking to school on a rainy morning the other day with my little girl. Normally we see worms everywhere, we'd literally seen one worm. And normally after the rain, like, the pavement is littered, and we're those people who pick up the worms and put them back in the grass. And she said, "Oh, we've only seen one worm." And I went, "It's okay, there'll be another one." And literally 2 steps on, there was a worm. He was so big, he was so long and chunky. I was like, "We're gonna see one." And there he was. It's ridiculous, like, fun, sort of silly manifestations, like, with our daily hearts every day. And I say, "It's all right, we're going to see one." And then immediately we look down and there was like this perfect heart-shaped leaf on the ground. And it's just things like that where it's like talking it into existence, talking things into existence. And we put so much emphasis on the things we don't have and don't want and can't see. And that's what we fill our minds with. But as the spiritual beings that we are, it's so important that we begin to fill our minds and our bodies and our soul and our energy and our emotions with all the things that we want instead. And what I'm finding now is that when I feel like I'm thinking about something I don't have or want, that I'm not seeing, it's the reason I'm not seeing it is because there's a block, there's a lack of safety around that. And so I breathe in and I say, it is safe for me to have, it is safe for me to receive, it is safe for me to create whatever it is. So yeah, my husband has given his notice in at work, for example, and so I'm spiritually not at all worried about finances, because I know for a fact we're going to be absolutely fine. But my human is, every now and again freaking out, and that's fair. And so we live in a world where finances are so crucial and so important, and everything is constantly talking about how everything's going up in price, and we're like losing our main source of income through choice. He handed in his notice because he wants a different life, and I want him to have a different life, and I want us to have more freedom. And this is the way we're going to do that. But my human is like, "What is it you've done? Why have you done this?" But it's just a case of trusting. I trust, but when the fears around that come up, and I find myself thinking, "Oh my God, what can I do? What do I need to do?" And start panicking, changing things and doing things and trying. I just stop and I take a breath and I say, "I'm safe to receive everything I need to receive. I'm safe to hold everything that I, need to hold or want to hold or, deserve to hold," or however it is you want to say it. The way you say it isn't really the most important thing. The important thing is you're speaking it into yourself and saying, "I am safe, I am safe, I am safe." And that is just such a huge and important and empowering thing, because the more I've been doing that, the more I'm able to just trust more and more what Spirit is showing me and telling me. And this is, obviously I'm saying all these things for you so that you can begin to use these types of techniques when you get into those fear moments, because you will, because you're human, and human is all about survival instinct and not, being in danger. So yeah, I am safe, I'm safe. When you start to get into that, but what if I don't get, what if I don't have, I need this and I don't have that? Breathe. I'm safe to receive. I'm safe to hold. I'm safe to create. Just, I'm safe. So yeah, let's see if anything else wants to come through. I'm developing this, it's almost like, it's so interesting, I'm just being shown like a second skin, and this second skin is, it's not even like a second skin. It's like I'm almost feel like I'm becoming my spiritual aspect more than my human. So I'm resonating more with my spiritual sort of spirit, emotional kind of energy field. That's being me more than my sort of physical 3D human, which is also very scary for the human part of you. It's like, "Well, I'm still here, please don't leave me." And so as you're kind of progressing through this spiritual journey and you're resonating more and more as the spirit version of you rather than the human version of you, the physical version of you, it's all the more important to be telling your human that they're safe and that they're loved and that they're okay and that you've got them, because the human is going to freak out. And it's just a night, and also if you are feeling like, "I've always been different, I've always felt lonely, I've always felt like on the outside of things, I've always had to wear a mask to fit in," like if you are resonating with that, all the more reason to tell that human version of you, that part of you, that everything's okay, that you're not just like dropping them for spirit, because you need that human element to do all the things that you're here to do, and say all the things that you're here to say. You chose to be here and to be this version of you. So we're not like trying to drop them, which I think a lot of people do. They try to kind of almost lose their human, and then that's really sad, because then the human's like, I'm here, please don't leave me. And we're not trying to leave the human, but we are trying to just develop our energy, our spirit, to be the leader, and the human to be kind of the armor carrying the spirit within it, but being led by the spirit in charge, rather than the lizard brain. I'm just seeing like an armor, knights of arm. What do you call it? Armor, the metal head and the metal arms, but like imagining your spirit is in that, making it work. Yeah, that's the image I'm getting for that. Okay, I'm going to leave it there because I have talked for 11 minutes and 11 seconds. But I'm going to do some healing on this topic as well at some point. This whole feeling of kind of coming back together with yourself. But yeah, let's just take a breath together now, and we'll just bring our spirit and our human back together and just reconnect them. Just imagining that your body is within your energy field. Imagining that. But imagining now, visualize that the body is almost transparent, and allowing the energy to completely take over the body. If you just picture that the spirit is stronger than the body. But now, as that strong spirit, sending so much love to the body, focus into that heart center and just send some love to the heart. Just sending so much love to that heart center, to the human within your spirit. The leaves are falling around me. Nature sending her love to us. Okay. Sending all my love to you. I hope you have a lovely afternoon. Please do feel free to grab your guided, higher self-guided videos, links above and below. And also please do join the membership, because we do much deeper healing work there. Deeper messages as well for the collective who are resonating with this kind of message. Sending all my love. Take care.